we got to talk about this. I can't say enough like good and bad about the new event. So Mr. Kraken posted also, if you want to know, if you don't want to know what the rewards look like, then this is pure spoilers, so don't watch this video. But if you are interested in what the rewards in the 4.2.1 event look like, and you're going to decide like, hey, which one am I going to try to get? By the way, you can get all of them. So you don't have to choose between any of them. But if you prefer a certain one over others, you'll have an idea of which way you want to go with this. But there's a big problem with what I'm seeing, and this has been consistent from CIG's inception of putting cosmetics into the game. And I talk about this all the time, and I'm going to preface this. I absolutely do not want this to turn into a PvP versus PvE conversation, and I will address that during the video, okay? But let's start out with the first set of rewards here from Hurston Dynamics. Looks really, really good. I don't think I'm going to block it with my camera, so let's go here. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'm sort of blocking the tier 1, which is like a little suit. Tier 2, a full set of armor. Tier 3, this top row of skins. Love it. I love that they're doing many ships, so maybe you get a skin for a ship that you have. I'm not gonna lie, number 2 is the armor plus the pulse pistol. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, after playing EVE Online, where skins are exclusive to certain ships, but because they're like on your account permanently and you can apply them anywhere, it is less problematic to me, and how easily it is to buy them, get them while you're in game, instead of sort of the convoluted way that we do anything inventory looting, everything, right? There's going to be an SCL this week on that stuff, or this coming week on that stuff, which will be cool. Then the tier 4 is this row. You got the Raft, the Freelancer, and the Constellation. You got the Caterpillar, which looks, I mean, awesome. Star Lancer looks good. Hercules looks good. Like, really, really cool. Here's where I have an issue. Okay? We have tier 2, you get a Volt pistol. Tier 3, you get the Volt shotgun. Tier 4, you get the Volt SMG. Tier 5, you get the Parallax Volt rifle. You get the entire lineup of some of the best weapons in the game currently. I'm sure they'll be balance changed, whatever, over time. But all of these you get at the start of 1.0. That's the point I'm going to make. Hold on to that for a little while. Let's look at the other paints and skins and stuff. Let's look at the good stuff. Let's try to stay positive first. ArcCorp. What are your thoughts on ArcCorp? I think it's pretty ugly. I think it's pretty ugly, right? Should I stay on it for a little while? You might like it. You might like it. I don't know. I don't like it. I've never liked the color red that much, so I like black and I like blue. So, yeah. Then we move on to Crusader, right? Looks pretty good. I like Crusaders a lot. Kind of like my org colors a little bit. And then Microtech, more white, similar to the holiday colors on things, which look pretty good as well. So there you go, right there. And then there's some bigger images of the armors, so you can kind of see those as well. This was all posted by Mr. Kraken. He's got a YouTube channel as well, and he does a lot of guides and stuff. So hopefully I remember to put his link to the description, but I will be definitely linking this post. So very, very cool looking stuff, right? But back to the issue at hand. I saw this was typed in the Twitch chat. They are giving away essentially the stuff that they sold to players before. This goes for all aspects of the way that they do this, and it's a foundational problem. We talk about foundational problems, unfortunately, on this channel all the time. And the foundational problem is that a skin on a ship is fine, as long as I can, like, maybe apply it anywhere. Like, I would love while I'm flying to be able to just change my skin. If I want to look a certain way, I should be able to, but maybe not, because then if somebody's chasing you, the color of your skin changes, whatever. We could debate that one. But what I don't think can be debated is you are making progress, and people have been making progress for 5+ years on on 1.0. I have subscriber items that would be progression in 1.0. I have spaceships that would be progression in 1.0. I have FPS weapons. I have armors. I have all sorts of things. So when they do this, I really, 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 really wish they would not sell the item. I wish they would sell the skin, similar to the way they sell the paints, right? It could be a physical item if Chris absolutely has to have it be a physical item. But yeah, I can't deal with that. And Armor Talks, I'll respond to that question in a minute. Try to stick to what we're talking about, I guess. The fact that they give you the item is the issue. Now, I did see somebody type in chat the idea that this could be a tier 1 item, right? And that, a tier 1 item probably wouldn't be very good. You're going to want to upgrade it. That is the kind of unanswered questions that we have right now. Surely you will have it as a tier 1 item, but what happens when your pledged item, the item that is locked to your account, gets upgraded? That's what we really don't know the answer to just yet with 100% certainty, right? So that's the kind of question that we don't know the answer to. And I think if these were just specifically skins that would be applied to these items that you find in the game, then that will be much, 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 much better, right? Whether you buy them at a shop in game because you earn reputation with somebody, like, for example, I don't know, Crusader Security, because that's who we're looking at right now. They are, actually, Microtech would be the best choice. So let's look at Microtech while we talk about this. Microtech is a very cold planet. What would be the best weapons to use on a cold planet? Vault weapons, right? So maybe all of Microtech Security uses vault weapons. You know who probably wouldn't use vault weapons? Like Hurston, because a lot of their planets are a bit warmer, right? Crusader, Daymar, pretty warm, right? Maybe I wouldn't use those. So I think it makes way more sense that you find these things in the game. And that's why I want to get away from the PvP versus PvE topic, because where are all these items found currently? At Hathor, at Lazarus, right? So yeah, Meeper, that's currently Hurston uses Demico and Gallant, right? But they can definitely address this and change these kind of things. But that's kind of my thing here is, you should be able to find these in, kind of only PvE situations. You should be able to find them in only PvP situations, right? Like, I think there should be some variety out there in the world where certain things are found in PvP, certain things are found in PvE, but we kind of have to come together and share those things. Maybe the pistol's only found in certain places on Pyro or something, like in the colder places. I have no idea. It doesn't really matter from that standpoint. From what I want to see is all of the guns that you find in the game are blue. Or maybe that they're skinned for Microtech Security or something. But then you have skins that you're able to apply to these weapons yourself. Maybe automatically when you pick them up. Who knows? It doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is that the progress that you're making in the alpha, you're making in 1.0, and you're just going to have these people with accounts filled with things that are super valuable and useful without ever having to play the game on launch. And the point that I really want to make here is CIG is constantly cannibalizing the MMO launch experience. And, you know, I think a lot of people have been enjoying Dune of late, but I don't think Dune's that great of a video game. I think it's a pretty generic MMO, and that's fine. That's great, actually. What I think people are really hooked on is that MMO start experience. That is one of the most exhilarating, amazing things that an MMO can provide, is that first couple weeks is so fun. And what CIG is kind of doing with their choices around skins, and that they're actually giving the player the item on launch, is you don't have to go and explore to find these weapons. You don't have to play the game at all to have these weapons, right? You don't have to play the game at all to have any of the ships on the screen. And they keep taking that away over and over and over again. The more they make these choices, they have to make a proper skin system. End of story, period. And that would solve a lot of this, because then you find your tier 1 Volt rifle, you find your tier 1 pistol, all that stuff in the game, and then you apply the skins to it, and you can express yourself the way you want to look by buying things on the pledge store, by earning them at these events and things like that. And I think it's totally fine. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on that one, and we'll figure it out. But I don't think CIG will, because they've been doing this for 10 years, and I don't think they can go back. And I think it's a very, very, very bad thing, and bad for the game overall. And I don't know if they'll ever learn. And I don't know if we'll ever get through to you guys about how impactful that actually is, because I don't think many of you have really had that day one MMO experience.